In a surprising turn of events, Brawl Stars bid farewell to its classic feature, boxes. Fans of the popular mobile game were both shocked and intrigued by this unexpected decision from the developers. While boxes have long been a staple element in Brawl Stars, their removal has sparked intense discussions within the community. Some speculate that this move signals a major shift in the game's dynamics, hinting at exciting new updates and features on the horizon. But just why were these boxes removed from the game? The journey begins in the early days of Brawl Stars, when boxes were considered the ultimate treasure trove. Consider this. You're working your way through the trophy road milestones, amassing wins and getting closer to the next box with each success. Opening one was like scratching a lottery ticket, with equal parts thrill and existential dread. One would desperately hope tapping on a box, praying for a legendary brawler, but getting 2 power points for called instead. But oh, when you came across that rare epic brawler or golden star power, the feeling was incomparable. It was like Christmas every day if Christmas was just as likely to give you socks from Aunt Kathy. But hey, we loved it. We lived for it. The thrill of the unknown, the anticipation, the highs and the lows. It was all part of the Brawl Stars magic. The boxes in Brawl Stars were akin to the loot crates in other games. A microcosm of dreams where brawlers, gadgets, coins, and star powers were just a tap away. There was also a 3% chance for token doublers to double the next 200 tokens earned from fights. But Omega boxes only contained 10 gems. These magical boxes came in all flavors. Boxes also had this junior sibling, the Big Box, and their bulkier cousin, the Mega Box. Everyone wanted a piece of them because, scientifically speaking, a bigger box meant bigger rewards, right? The anticipation kept players glued to their screens, with fingers crossed and hopes high. Every click could either be a triumphant new brawler unlock, or a melancholy PowerPoints again. Got a common brawler after 10 mega boxes? Congrats! I guess RNGesus has other plans. But the gaming gods are nothing if not capricious. As new features continuously rolled onto the Brawl Stars horizon, boxes began to feel not as special. Gadgets and star powers, once rare prizes, became more accessible with the addition of the Gadget Shop and later the Star Point Shop. Suddenly, the exclusivity that accompanied boxes began fading. It was like finding out your favorite secret taco stand now has a franchise at every street corner. Still tasty, but not quite the same. Furthermore, the community has a love-hate relationship with the game's progression system. Brawl Stars attempted to keep things interesting by releasing major gameplay upgrades and balance patches. However, each expansion, from Power League to new game modes, pushed boxes closer to obsolescence. The box system, like any modern masterpiece, drew criticism. There were rumors in the community, whispers of frustration. Whispers may be heard if you listen carefully to the rustle of gem-knocked coins in players' fictitious pockets. Complaints on Reddit and Twitter mirrored the sentiment. Why grind for boxes when direct pathways to progression are now available? Why keep rolling the dice when you can straight up buy the miracle? Supercell, the puppeteers behind this digital stage, gradually introduced more features. Battle passes sauntered onto the scene with confidence, promising organized and predictable rewards for a small fee. You knew precisely what you were getting. No more performing RNGesus ceremonial dance to unlock your favorite brawler. The appeal of the unpredictable box started to fade. Challenges and special events also played a part. These new activities gave players engagement and rewards without relying on the randomness of boxes. Imagine telling a player in 2018 that they'd be able to win exclusive skins and gadgets through skill and strategy rather than just luck. They'd looked at you as if you claimed to find potatoes as exciting as French fries. Even more significant was the introduction of quests. These quests were straightforward. Do specific activities, receive tokens, and reap the predictable, delectable benefits. It seems too good to be true. For a moment, the neighborhood let out a collective sigh of relief. The reality of box fatigue was acknowledged and handled. Fast forward to December 12, 2022, an era already laden with change, and Supercell dropped the bombshell. In a move as surprising as when TV show writers kill off a character, Supercell announced the discontinuation of boxes, and boy did the community react. It was as if someone had suggested that pineapple not only belongs on pizza, but should replace tomato sauce entirely. Social media was ablaze with opinions. Twitter threads read like a soap opera script. Some fans reminisced about the good old days of grinding for boxes. Others welcomed the change with "finally" in all caps. Conspiracy theories flourished. Maybe the developers had an evil robot that suggested the box removal. Initially, the outrage was, well, outrageous. Supercell is ruining the game, will post on social media. Some players believe that star drops are not a sufficient replacement for boxes, according to user cracked_frank. Star drops brings progression to gamers interested in cosmetics, and cosmetics to those interested in growth. This imbalance has left some gamers disgruntled, as they believe the removal of boxes has hampered their gameplay experience. Furthermore, the addition of star drops reinstated the aspect of RNG, or random number generator, which some players found annoying. User 0LG89 expresses displeasure, claiming that star drops has even more RNG and no more base guaranteed prizes. The frustration echoed through the ether, swirling around like the smoke after a dynamite attack. Players were worried. How will we progress now? Will new players ever feel the joy of pulling a legendary from a box? What's next? Removing gems? With the boxes gone, the game needed a new way to reward its devoted players. Enter Star Drops, a new feature meant to keep the dopamine flowing. These weren't your grandmother's treats. Star Drops were elegant, slick, and effective. Picture this. It's like the universe gave boxes a Pixar-esque rebirth. Star Drops quickly began to grow on people like a particularly adorable fungal colony. The rewards were earned through specific achievements and gameplay performance. They were like God's rewards, individualized and purposeful. No more, here's a pity brawling for your 100th box. To those who do not know Star Drops, here are some basics. Star Drops begin with a rare rarity and have 4 upgrade options, including Super Rare, Epic, Mythic, or Legendary. Star Drops feature a single gift, which might be coins, power points, XP doublers, credits, bling, gadgets, star powers, hypercharges, new brawler skins, pins, special star pins, sprays, or profile icons. Star Drops do not drop gems, gears, mythic, legendary, or hypercharged skins. Star Drops can be used to gain pins, sprays, or profile icons for brawlers or skins that have yet to be obtained. Duplicate brawlers are not received, and when enough power points are collected to raise a brawler to level 11, power points are collected in the player's account. When all gadgets are unlocked, 500 coins will be granted instead. When all star powers and hypercharges are unlocked, 1000 coins will be granted instead. When the player has all brawlers, credits are rewarded instead, with the number of credits determined by the brawler that would have been earned. When the player has unlocked all skins, pins, sprays, and profile icons from their corresponding rarity, bling will be granted instead, and the amount of bling is dependent on the item that would have received it. A star drop has a 50% chance of being rare, a 28% chance of being super rare, a 15% chance of being epic, a 5% chance of being mythic, and a 2% chance of being legendary. Star Drops had a specific criterion and required a more skilled approach to earning rewards. They quantified dedication and performance in ways that had never been done before. It was a curtain call for unpredictability, followed by a standing ovation for planned progression. Of course, this didn't quell all the outrage. Star Drops? Really? Cried the traditionalist. But as with anything new, time mellows dissent. Players began to accept their Star Drops overlords. In the grand arc of Brawl Stars, the removal of boxes and the introduction of Star Drops is like an epic crossover episode. It signified adaptation, growth, and above all, a game that listens to and responds to its community. In this brave new world, players could focus on improving their skills, participating in new events, and engaging with fresh content, rather than just grinding for boxes. It was as if the game had finally synced to a smooth, harmonious rhythm. Much like finding that perfect YouTube playlist to match your work-from-home vibe. This adjustment has also fostered more strategic gameplay. The option to target certain upgrades and brawlers allows players to plan and plot their game growth. This transition from a luck-based system to a more strategy-oriented approach is consistent with Supercell's goal of creating Brawl Stars, a game that values talent and careful planning. The disappearance of boxes felt like the end of an era, like when you eventually upgrade from a flip phone, nostalgic but important for advancement. The removal of boxes from Brawl Stars had prompted continuous discussion among players. Some people like the update for removing the RNG element, while others believe it took away the game's appeal. The introduction of Star Drops, while intended to deliver a unique experience, has elicited conflicting responses. In the end, opinions of the elimination of boxes ultimately come down to personal preference. In addition, Star Drops have become an integral part of the Brawl Stars experience. The community has progressed from public dismay to cautious acceptance and finally, grudging fondness. Discussions are currently centered on optimizing gaming to earn those valuable Star Drops as efficiently as possible. Supercell has demonstrated that evolution is essential for keeping the game current and entertaining. This was more than just a change in mechanics. It was a reassessment of what makes gaming satisfying. The days of boxing supremacy have passed, replaced with a streamlined, performance-based system that emphasizes skill and effort. In the end, we say thanks for the memories and boxes. You've been spun, tapped, cursed, and cheered. And to Star Drops, we say welcome. May you always drop the perfect rewards when we need them the most. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you enjoyed the video, then make sure to check out the next one shown on screen.